Hi Libra, this is going to be your Sun, Moon, and Rising video for November 2025. Please check back to your Moon and Rising sign videos as you see them. These messages are general and the reading will not resonate with everyone. Also, if you'd like to get a reading from me, you can go to my website. It's back up and running, HiddenLotusTarot.com. Simply pick out the package that you'd like to have, reading package. Fill out the booking form, and I will contact you back. My turnaround time is 24 to 72 hours, and I suggest that you get a personal reading because I can pluck you out of the collective by just using your full name, your birth date, and your sun sign. Okay? I can really pinpoint what's going on with you. So let me turn the camera on. Wait a second. I have the Radiant White deck, the LIBRA Sun for clarification should we need, and we'll wrap the reading up with the Psychic Oracle Tarot. I tell you what, I think everybody is going through it from the readings that I'm doing, and I just feel a lot of uncertainty. I think you do too. So let's get with the cards. I'm gonna put another rifle and another shuffle on the deck. Hopefully it'll clear up. The sun just fell out. There it goes. Okay, so that's the first card. Let me put another rifle on the deck. Cut the deck. Like I said, 9 cards down. The Sun is the first card. 3 of Cups. The 2 of Swords. Second row, the Knight of Cups. The Temperance. The Page of Wands. Last row, the Wheel of Fortune. The 2 of Pentacles. Last card down, the Chariot card. What's over the entire reading? There's a lot of movement here. The Devil. These cards. These cards. What do I have? I have 3 major arcana and the spread proper itself, which are your spiritual lessons. I have 2 cups, which is the emotional quotient, how you feel about a person, situation, or thing. One sword, which represents your thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. The wands, which represent your focus, passion, determination, desire. And the coins, which represent either money or the doing of something. Hang on just a second. Somebody's coming to my door. Okay. So I'll explain to you what the cards mean. I don't have any repeater numbers. I do have 2 twos. So let's start in the center. We have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is all about the reconciliation of opposites. It may be that you want to do a thing, but you shouldn't do it. Or you can't do it. It may be that you want to have your way about a certain thing, but you shouldn't do it. The Temperance card speaks to moderation and economy in all things. Sometimes when I see the card, people ask me, am I on the right track? I say, yes, you are. But you still have a ways to go to get there. See the pathway back here? It's about balancing your emotions with logic. See how the foot of the one the angel is in the water and one is on the ground? And think about how you have to, this is a fire card. It represents Sagittarius or Jupiter. And think about how you have to balance the water and fire. You know how you put water on the stove? If it's too high, the water will boil over and put the fire out. And if it's too low, heat is too low, the steam escapes. So it's about finding the right balance. There's a lot of movement here. I have the Knight of Cups. I have the Chariot. I have the Wheel of Fortune. And I have the Two of Pentacles. That's a lot of movement. So that's what's going on around the Temperance card. So the cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. We have, starting out, the Sun. And the Sun says it's about growth, abundance, happy times, fertility, success, happiness. But it also is a luminary. And luminaries show you things because you can see much clearer by the light of the sun than you can the moon. So this is pointing out something to you. Here we have the Three of Cups. And threes always talk about either three people being involved in a situation or that there's going to be some delay before future successes can be realized. Either way it goes, the Three of Cups only represents, for me, a universal celebration where no matter what part of the world you're in, when you see it, you recognize what it is. It could be a birthday, a baby shower, a sad party, a bridal shower, a marriage, something that's universal. No matter where you see it, that's what it is. You know, you recognize it when you see it. But then here comes the Two of Swords. So everything is going hunky-dory, and then Two of Swords comes in. So what this tells me is that you picked up on something, but you're not sure what to do with the information. Or you think you can't make a decision. All twos are represent choices, decisions, options, dualities, whether you oppose it within yourself about something or someone actively opposing you. It says you're at a crossroads. Remember, I said that you were on the right path, but it's going to take a while for you to get there. So this represents a crossroads about a decision. Where, because it's sword, You don't think that you have enough information to make a decision. And believe me, not making a decision is a decision too. And you think that you don't know what's going on. But I say you know kind of what's going on. Because her left eye is not covered all the way. So she has an idea. And swords are double-edged. They can bring good news or they can bring bad news. They can bring good thoughts or they can bring bad thoughts. The gist of the card is to trust your intuition. See how the water behind her is all ripply? Your intuition is telling you something. It's asking you to pay attention. And she's at rest. She's sitting on a bench. So this implies that you're not doing anything at the moment about whatever the problem is. The Two of Swords can sometimes be arguments between friends, bad news, that you got bad news or bad thoughts. Sometimes it can talk about a reunion between friends, but I don't think that's what this is. The Knight of Cups. Usually the Knights only represent messages to me, but they make a situation move along. The Knight comes in to help move a situation along, but first you receive a message. It could be intuitive message. I know, just a message. But as a person, I never talk about a person as a Knight, but as a person, he can be he would be younger, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But because it's a Knight of Cups, if you look at the card, his horse is stopped in midstream. So he is a fickle energy. As a person, he probably tells you all the loveliest things. You have a good time with him, but you can't pin him down. It's nothing substantive about him. He's dreamy, sexy, fun, all those things, but you can't pin him down. Also, I think he may be drinking too much. There may be something that you discover about him later on at this universal gathering. Next, we come to the Page of Wands. That's a message also, but it's a lower level message about what you're going to do. What do you desire? What's your determination? What's your focus about the situation? Okay? It could be you might go on some new adventures, try new things, message about a possible lover coming in, but he came here in the front. So I think this is a message about what your focus about this situation really is. Next, we come to the big Wheel of Fortune card. It's a 10, and 10s are changing energies. It talks about the ebb and flow of life. Sometimes the wheel is up, sometimes it's down. But it's definitely a change in direction here. Okay? I don't know what it's about, but it's a change in direction. Then we follow up with the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about, again, it's a 2. So choices, options, decisions, dualities. Two of Pentacles may be saying that you might be working 2 jobs at one time. It could be that you're handling 2 situations at the same time. But either way it goes, you are all at sea about how you feel about the situation. See the boats in the background, how they're being tossed around. Two of Coins also says there could be a message coming in that will help you to make your decision. It says right now you may be handling the situation quite well, or the 2 jobs quite well, where you have to rob here and pay Paul. You're handling that very well, but you have to make a definite decision about what to do, a final decision. Here we have the Chariot card, and the Chariot card is a 7. All 7s talk about a pause before moving forward. It doesn't say you can't get what you want, but it just tells you you have to think carefully, make the correct choices to get where you want. And the thing that how you do that is you control your emotions. The dark and light side of yourself, you can actually get to where you want to go. The Chariot chair has no reins. He's not even holding on to the 2 sphinxes. But yet he can go exactly where he wants to go through hard work, determination, and focus. So this is about controlling your emotion and not reacting from an emotional place or standpoint. I still see the wings above this, the yoni. That's a yoni symbol. The wings above talk about Mercury, and Mercury goes into it retrogrades at 6 Sagittarius on the 9th of November, just a few days away. Over here, over the Devil card represents Capricorn, Saturn, which negates, contracts, makes small. It talks about rules and boundaries. The Devil card represents either something that looms bad, large, but may not be so big. It talks about power and control issues. Who has it? Who doesn't? Somebody playing head games with you because of their ego. It talks about the third dimensional aspect of life. So this means about sex, clothes, drinking, drugs, gambling, all the things that we do in order to live. But it also says you feel trapped. You may feel trapped. But the cool thing about the Devil card is you're not trapped in such a way you can't free yourself. See how the chains around their neck are loose? This can be being in a bad partnership with somebody, like a domestic or alcoholic relationship. I kind of get the feeling that somebody is drinking a lot. All the cups, all the water. But that you figure out a way to do it in moderation. How to moderate. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I honestly think this is about some person, male or female, because I don't have any court cards, that you're dealing with someone who you find out drinks a lot, or may have maybe drinking and driving. And that you suddenly see the problem, you get the message, and you change direction. Right now you're dealing with the situation quite well, but this says to me you don't know what to do, but when you do know, you're gonna make a move. So I can't look at this card. That's the only core card I have. And so what I can do is look at the 3 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of Coins as they relate to, that's only 2 cards. Three cards as they relate to the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Chariot, and even the Devil. Because I think it's bedeviling you. It's vexing you. You don't know what to do. You can't see a way out. Let's look at the 3 of Cups with the Sun No, with Temperance. It asks you to take your time to adjust and adapt gradually to changes and new experiences and situations. Moderation in all things is the safest option. Temperance with Three of Cups indicates moderation and asks that you take your time to settle in and become accustomed to new and exciting changes and or additions to your life. This is telling you that it's new experiences. The Two of Swords. With the Sun. It is telling you to keep faith and hope alive as changes are happening behind the scenes that will see you back in action in quick time. It is a sign that your life is about to become very busy and active as choices will be made that usher in fresh energies and enthusiasm. I see you moving, traveling, doing something. I don't see this situation staying static, is what I'm talking about. Even though you may feel that you're stuck. The Two of Pentacles. Tells me nothing, but two twos tell of a commitment or engagement, and that's not necessarily meaning romantic, because somebody can try to hire you, you make a commitment, or they can engage your services, right? So that's what I see for you, Libra. I see new situations coming. Maybe this is just you're not quite, you keep waffling on whatever the situation is, but it's definitely a new change, a new possibility where you're gonna have to deal with two situations at once. You celebrate, I guess so, but I see this situation moving on. Okay, I'm not going to put any and so maybe you have to think about all that. I tell you what, the Devil, this card, talks about hard work. It says you have to roll up your sleeves, get realistic about what you're doing or what's going on in your life, and you have to dig down and do the hard work. Saturn comes to test you. It comes to test your resources, your, what's the word? Your boundaries. Are your boundaries tough enough to withstand whatever's coming? And resources are not just money. Resources are everything you have to bear on the situation. Your time, your experience, your knowledge, your skill, your wisdom. Resources is everything that you have to bring to bear. Okay? So, whatever this is, you're going to have to get real serious about it. Because the change is coming. And you can't, if you try to hinder it, if you try to stop it, you're only going to inhibit yourself. And maybe that's what that is about. Being afraid. Because Saturn can sometimes, and the Devil can sometimes be fearful about fear. And fear is a motherfucker. It can keep you tied to situations that you shouldn't be tied to. Okay? Things you should give up, you should let go, and you hang on because you're afraid. Outdated modes, outdated ways of thinking and behaving and believing are no more. because this change is going to happen. The universe. That's a sun card. So that's 2 suns that you receive in this deck, in this reading. So let me read what it says. That's a major arcana. That's your spiritual lesson. You've come too far on your journey, and it's time to be rewarded for your efforts. This card symbolizes completion, triumph, peace, liberation, fulfillment. Everything you strive for is within your reach. Maybe this is fear. Meet it halfway and grab it. The universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the work that you have accomplished on your travels. But more importantly, it represents the wisdom that you gained along the way. You should now honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are, and accept the vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. The world is yours to command. And if you're free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You're connected to everything in the cosmos. The universe card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that's coming through the universe, is in each and every individual. In ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shine so brightly to guide others through the darkness. And so too can your wise soul. I'm sorry, it's not the star card, it's a world card. This is a world card. And sometimes this is a symbol of world travel. It's Jupiter, which deals with the masses, foreign people, foreign countries. I do see you leaving. I don't want to say the country, but I see you leaving the situation that you're afraid to leave. So that's what I have for you, Libra. That's some good news. It may be scary, particularly at this point, but that's good news. So good luck.